You're about to open a window into the life of a ghost hunter. We'll show you dark, creepy roads that fade into the night. We'll show you haunted places, but most importantly, we'll show you what happens along the way there.
Hi everybody, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Linda.
And we're out on the road for the first time since mid-February, really.
Yeah.
A couple of matters kept us pinned down for a little bit.
Yep.
And we weren't able to take investigations for a while. We did a couple of local ones.
Mm-hmm.
So those videos will be coming out soon for the Virginia Paranormal Case Files and such.
Right.
But tonight, as I've been sitting at home, it's been beckoning.
Yes,
It's been
it has.
calling.
It's
These
beckoning.
dark roads have been calling me to come and travel down them and see what strange things lurk in the darkness. So that's what we're here to do tonight. And that's still daylight. It's still sun,
Yeah.
which I'm not a big fan of.
It's kind of bright.
It's getting light earlier now, and
Yeah.
it's quite a thing. It's less darkness,
Yeah.
which is
Kind of sad.
Yeah, less scary places.
Right.
But we're going down to Portsmouth, where there's been some interesting activity. A lot of anomalies that have been picked up down here. Dogs reacting to things. Ladies' grandkids have been reacting to things. She's been getting sick. It's not COVID. It's been going on for a while. And no explanation for it. So we're going down there to check that out, see what's going on, grab some grub along the way.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow, we're heading out to Roanoke, Virginia for 2 investigations.
Yeah, back
so
to
you're
back.
definitely going to want to stay tuned for that. Now, disclaimer. I put this disclaimer up at the beginning. Gas, grub, and ghosts. We're going to focus on the trip here.
Right.
We're going to focus on what goes on between the investigations, all that stuff. The investigations themselves, check out the Virginia Paranormal Case Files.
Yes.
That's where the videos will be. That's where the entirety of the investigations will be,
Right.
along with the evidence review and anything we get there.
Yeah. So if you're expecting like ghost adventure kind of stuff,
No,
go somewhere else.
No, the only thing we're going to be screaming at is some food.
Right.
So, there's a place,
Yeah.
little place called Freddy's down there.
Yeah,
on the
Freddy's
way
steak
that
burgers.
that Linda brought up. So hopefully
Yeah.
they have dine-in. If not, it's a nice day to eat on the tailgate. It's 85 degrees up
Yeah,
here.
it's
It's
beautiful.
sunny, and pretty nice day. So we're really looking forward to getting out there. Possibly, we think of lodging all the time, and with
Yes.
the nicer weather, one thing that's good about it is cheaper
Camping.
lodging because we can camp.
Yeah, I like the camp.
And it's not just that it's cheaper, it's we can have a campfire, we can hang out, we can have a
Yeah.
good time. So we're hoping that we can find somewhere to camp for tomorrow night. So that'll be a good time.
Yes.
But right now, our other member, Jack, is getting ready to meet us. And there he is.
now.
He's pulling in here now, looking like he's kind of lost. But I think he saw us.
Yeah, I
So
think he did.
we're going to get on the road and see what the night brings. All right, there
How's
he
it
is. There's
going?
Jack. How's it going, Jack?
Not bad.
Anything new since the last time we saw you?
Nothing new.
Nothing new. All right, you ready for this tonight?
I'm ready.
All right. First thing is to get some grub, though.
Okay.
All
Yeah, we
right,
haven't eaten.
let's do it. So here we are with the double bacon burger. Mine's got jalapenos on it, so you might want to double check.
Oh yeah. No.
Yep,
I
got
don't
some
see
jalapenos on there. Look at the pickles on there. Yeah, there's a few jalapenos on there. And got some of this Cholula hot sauce. This stuff's pretty good, but by no means is it hot. They also have this jalapeno fry sauce. I like this. It says, I'm spicy. You tried the regular fry sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And how was it?
Actually, very good. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's kind of a Thousand Island sort of thing, but it's really good.
Yeah.
Sort of orangish. And the fries, I was watching them take them out of the fryer, so they're really superbly hot.
And they're like the thin fries, or the
They are.
what do they call those, skinny fries or something like that.
Like shoestring fries or something.
Shoestring
Yeah,
fries,
something
that's
like
it.
that. Yeah.
Okay, well I'm gonna take a bite of this burger right here, and just take a little bite of this thing. Oh, I forgot. Been a while since I've been out, Jack. You know what I mean?
I'll be just gonna work.
Oh, thankful.
What'd you say? He said the chaser? I think that's what he said.
Everything come out okay?
Very
Came out
good.
great.
Thank you. That's a good burger. So a pretty cool piece of history on the wall here. This is actually Freddie. And he enlisted in the U.S. Army in 1943. And here he is here. Look at this. Freddie's picture here standing in front of the General Douglas MacArthur Memorial on the island of... I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. But I said Freddie was here with the A Troop, the 12th Cavalry Regiment. Landed with the soldiers approximately 6 hours prior to General MacArthur. So Freddie looks like a pretty good guy, wouldn't you say, Jack?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So we're wandering out here down to the investigation.
Yep.
Got some napkins.
That's always good. Not sure why we need those, but
Perhaps a Wawa coffee before we get there. I
that
don't
would
know.
probably be good. I would
Yeah,
like a coffee.
I think that would
before
be
we go.
sufficient.
Yep.
So here's a treat here at Wawa. We got the Cinnabon, it's cinnamon. Cinnamon bun, not Cinnabon.
Yeah, they can't call it that because that's probably.
But I see it is piping hot. I was afraid at first because it was kind of trickling out. So I wasn't sure if
Yeah.
that trickle was going to increase to a steady stream, but
Right.
it seems like it did.
Yeah, I might have to try some myself.
Yeah. And I'll go for it black so I can get the natural flavor of the cinnamon bun, not the Cinnabon. What are you going for there, Jack?
Hot chocolate.
Oh yeah, hot chocolate, a classic.
Hot chocolate. Yep.
Can't beat that. And look, it's got a good,
Yeah, it's got good
froth
foam.
on there.
Yeah, it does.
Piping hot as well.
It is that.
So we got Jack here going at it with the K2 meter.
Yeah, I don't see the task
We want to know that you're here. Can you make it go red? Can you get it all the way over to red? Let us know you're here, please. Get all the way over red, please. Can you do that for
Touch
me?
it longer.
I'm going to put on these Aura glasses, and these are glasses that have a UV dye with some color exciting chemicals, and they're supposed to show auras. Highly experimental, but we're trying them because this company that makes them, they sent them to us, and they said maybe you could see spirit auras with them. Right? So that's why I have sunglasses on
Gotcha.
at night. Not just so I can.
Right.
If you're here with us, can you make it go red? Can you light that device up all the way to red, please? Let us know you're here.
Little clicking noise in the kitchen, maybe an appliance.
Mm-hmm. See if there's anything in this house. It's upstairs.
Hey Jack, I think there's a heart under the floor here. Look at this.
Yeah. You sound like a heart.
Oh, there goes Jack down the stairs.
No,
No,
not
just
quite.
kidding.
Not quite.
All right, so we're gonna go in and check out this little room back here.
Okay.
So quite a few reports from the house here involving people being scratched, voices that I've heard, and even today she's seen activity in the house. So it's pretty cool to come on the night after or the night of where she's seen activity and investigate. And sure enough, in that room, quite a bit of activity with the REM pod so far. A few interesting things that happened. So I'm interested in seeing what we picked up through the EVP sessions.
Yes.
Now, what are your thoughts on this investigation so far?
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, like you said, the fact that we have, confirmed kind of responses or responses through the REM pod, and it just happened to be in the bedroom where I felt kind of creeped out, like there was something in there. But really nothing in the master bedroom.
No.
And the master bedroom was one of those that felt just fine when I walked in there earlier. But,
Right.
I am interested to see what maybe we got on EVP sessions and what Jack might be experiencing up there by himself.
He's
'Cause
going
up
solo
there
right now in that
Yeah,
room.
he's
Yeah.
up there by himself. So.
Now, I gotta say, we added some credibility, I think, to the REM pod because the past 3 investigations, they didn't go off once.
Right.
Here it's been going off. We can't determine anything in the environment that would be setting this off.
Right, and it didn't go off until I demonstrated it,
Right.
which is strange because, I was like, look, I promise it's not going to hurt you. And I touched the antenna. I showed the way the lights come on and the sound,
And then it started responding.
And then all of a sudden, it started responding almost immediately, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely. On another note, the coffee from Wawa, it's on point. It's not a very strong cinnamon bun coffee, but it's the aftertaste. Like after you drink it, it tastes like normal coffee as it's going down, and then the aftertaste comes up, and there it is, the cinnamon bun.
I never had a cinnamon bun aftertaste. I thought it just kind of tasted like regular coffee, but it was certainly good coffee because it was nice and hot.
Right.
So,
Piping hot.
Piping hot.
I venture to say.
Yes.
So, let me go ahead and put on the Aura glasses.
Yes, don the glasses.
Don the glasses.
Your risky business glasses.
Yeah.
If you know what that is.
Yeah, or even like Men in Black kind of.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of Men in
Should
Black.
just wear these into Wawa
You should.
at night.
Yeah, and see what people say. You bet you'd see a lot of auras. That place was jumping.
Yeah, a lot of auras in the Wawa.
Yeah.
No.
No. Yeah, the lady that has the English accent, one time she said her name and it was Jeanette. Kingle Shepherd.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you could tell that black face is some kind of shepherd.
Right. Come on, you're okay. You gonna get in the crate? Come on. Come
She's
on.
like, I'm not going.
I'll keep you.
She's a good girl. Oh, she likes that.
I know. I can't make her go while she's doing that. I feel good, huh? I feel good, huh? Yeah.
Get her eyes half closed.
You got a new friend, don't you?
Oh, that feels good.
You got a new friend, huh?
Yeah, Jack, you need to put those skills into effect on the Dogman expedition, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Good boy, yeah. Good girl.
Girl.
You gotta
Yep.
stay down. Heaviness.
So we wrapped up the investigation. We were driving away, and we realized we forgot something. We better go back and get it.
Like I said, we'll go through all the audio in the next couple of weeks. So it might take us a while because we've all got full-time jobs and stuff. But, we'll go through and see what we can.
Hey, Jack. Man, we got all the way down 64 and we realized you were still here. We just came back. What are you getting up here? Anything good?
I felt like something was touching my back.
Huh. That's strange. That old lady ghost has some bad taste, huh?
I guess so, Jeff.
And we see all these flying around here. That is, it's dust. See if I can see it on the light.
I took some pictures in this room. But I don't think I'm running out of room on this here. Yeah, I am. Well, okay.
All right.
I guess that's it.
All right, now that we got Jack, we can get back on the road. So Saturday morning, not venturing too far for breakfast. We're gonna go into the Wawa here and see what we can. Oh, there's Will. Will, what are you doing here? Hey, you want to go on an investigation tonight?
Yeah.
All right,
Where are we
let's do
going?
it. All the way out to Roanoke.
Oh, all right.
Nah, come on, just drop everything
All right,
and come
fine,
with
I'm
us.
coming,
Yeah,
I'm
let's
coming.
go. Let's go. All right, let's get some breakfast first. So coming into the Wawa. Oh, look who's here. Hey, Will and Emily, what are you guys doing here? Hey, you want to go on an investigation tonight?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, what's out in Roanoke? You feel like just dropping everything and going right now?
Oh, yeah,
So-
definitely.
All right, let's get some breakfast first.
So
what do
I didn't know you was at first.
Who, me?
I was like, wait, who's that?
We rode over here together. So what are you looking at there? What are you thinking of?
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Can't see the ball. I know.
Oh, so they got some breakfast. And I gotta say, at Wawa, one thing I've had before was the breakfast. What was those? The breakfast quesadillas?
Yeah,
They
I
were pretty
think
good?
it was like a breakfast burrito that they have that's extremely good. But I think I'm going for the breakfast bowl today.
Ooh, I think I'm gonna do that too. That sounds like a good idea.
You can make your own. You can create your own with all these different things on there.
And I see jalapenos there, which
Oh,
are
yeah.
always a good thing to have for breakfast. That
Oh,
capsaicin.
I know. The only thing is I wish they had salsa. I don't think they have salsa available here.
Now I found this, and it's serious. Like, actually look it up. Capsaicin and peppers. It does a lot of things. Apparently, it like fights fat. Have you heard about capsaicin?
What?
The stuff in peppers. Apparently, they've done some studies on it, and it's been linked to fighting cancer,
That's the hot stuff, right?
fat. Yeah, all this stuff. And I'm convinced that's what's kept me from getting COVID so far.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
And then you fed it to me so many times, I still haven't gotten COVID.
That's right.
So that's why.
That's
Thank
right.
you for
You got
giving
it.
me the,
You got
world's,
it.
the world's hottest. You know what? Here's a fact. Anyone that's ever eaten the world's hottest chip has not gotten COVID.
Right. And here's another. Well, I don't know about that. That's because more people might have eaten it. But I
don't know
do
that.
know one for sure, though. Anyone who's eaten the world's hottest candy cane has never gotten COVID.
It's true.
Right? And that had some serious capsaicin in it.
That was hotter than the world's hottest chip.
It was the worst thing I've ever done.
It was. I never want to do it again.
Your turn.
Just got to take a look at this breakfast menu real quick. Burritos, egg omelets, bagel sandwiches. They even have breakfast hoagies. Oatmeal. Breakfast hoagies sound like a good thing.
It does.
All right, so revealing the breakfast bowl. What'd you get on yours?
I got onions and tomatoes, and I've got cheddar cheese sauce.
Oh, I didn't
which
even
I thought
notice
might
that.
be interesting. And then roasted tomatoes, or roasted peppers, I should say, and sausage, and scrambled eggs in it. And I'm thinking I probably should have had a knife because I didn't realize the tomatoes would actually be like whole sliced tomatoes. you know?
It looks kind of like a salad.
It does look like a salad. It's a little bit interesting, but yeah, I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah. So to start off, I'd like to highlight this 100% Valencia orange juice
by Wawa.
from concentrate by Wawa, right up there in Wawa, Pennsylvania.
There's a Wawa, Pennsylvania.
Apparently Wawa's so big that there's a Wawa, Pennsylvania.
Nice. Okay.
Okay. So with this, I don't know if I need to keep this handy. I got a biscuit.
Oh yeah. What'd you get on your biscuit?
Oh, that's a big biscuit. Just a normal
It's a
biscuit.
big biscuit.
Nothing on it. Nothing on it.
Nothing.
Nope. But here's my bowl, and I went a little bit healthy. Aside from the capsaicin, which I have some extra hot sauce here to put on there.
Extra capsaicin.
A little extra capsaicin. So, we have spinach, jalapenos, tomatoes, bacon, scrambled eggs, a pepper relish, sprinkled with oregano or oregano, depending on how you like to pronounce it. If you like to be a little fancy, right?
Nice.
So, can't wait to. Oh, and before we go into that, I just kind of got to take some of this hot sauce and just kind of pour it in
Pour
there.
the hot sauce on there.
Because you got to start the day off with a little bit of hot sauce.
Yeah, flush out the bowels.
That's right. I'm sure the bacon's in there somewhere. I kind of thought the tomatoes would be chopped up,
I did too.
but it is what it is. Here's my breakfast salad. Let's see what this thing tastes like here. So I get a good scoop, a little bit of everything on here to kind of try it. There we go.
Oh, that's a healthy bite.
That's a good breakfast salad.
Yeah. I wish I could.
So Will's unveiling his latest toy here, which is a drone that's smaller than my phone. I don't know if you can see that in comparison there. It's a pretty small, I mean, it's not thinner than my phone, but you know, square footage wise, I suppose it is. Had a chance to look at a little video from this. Tell us a little bit about it, Will.
Yeah, so this is the DJI Mini 2. So this has a 4K camera on the front. It has, if I can fold it out, there you go. It has the 4 arms. Came with extra blades. Actually, I gotta do the tops first. Sorry.
That's amazing how compact it is.
Yeah, it's meant for little travel cases, so you go camping, you can find out like what's around you, that sort of thing. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and test it.
Oh, testing it at the Wawa.
Yeah.
It's pretty windy.
All right.
Can you drive it in the wind?
Mm-hmm.
Will's a competent pilot.
Let's see. All right, so all you do is press this button. That'll start it up, and then you hold down the button. It'll kick it on.
And just in case there's any FCC regulations here in, is it FCC?
No.
In Yorktown, we don't know Will.
Oh,
he just came over and started showing us this drone, and
So yeah, so this one does not need an FAA license.
Yeah, it's
because
small.
it's small.
nice.
It's got to be less than 250 kilogram or
Wow.
grams, and it is.
all right, so here we go for the takeoff, right? Let me move the biscuit out of the way a little bit there. And forgive the shakiness of the camera. I'm trying to eat the breakfast bowl and videotape at the same time.
Let me access.
And I do have to say, while we're waiting, this breakfast bowl here is pretty amazing. I mixed together the relish and the jalapenos. Ate the bacon already and the tomatoes, but it's good. They kind of come a little separated. You know, like everything's kind of
Yeah.
separated. You got to mix it together.
Mix it together. You can have that tomato over there if you want to.
It's all right.
Here you go, Linda. Now you can actually see it.
Okay.
Okay.
And did you say what kind of resolution we got on that?
It's 4K.
4K.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and hold down the button and take off. There we go.
Wow.
Like a hummingbird.
Yeah. And it's almost out of view. So imagine that, 6 miles. Like, we could fly that all the way to, like, Yorktown Beach from here.
Right.
I think we about lost sight of it on the camera here.
So let's go.
Yep, there's
let's
the
go check
Jiffy
out
Lube.
the Valvoline place. Let's go see what's going on there.
Oh, nice. Wow. Hey, is that us?
That's us. Let's bring it back to us. There's a truck coming.
Yeah.
Drop it down a little bit. We'll bring it over here. There we go. Cool. And let's go ahead
That's
and
really
let's go ahead
cool.
and land it.
Okay. Let's see how Will is with the landing here. Is it tough to land, Will, or what?
So you just go ahead and you hold down this button right here. You just tell it to land, and it's going to come down slowly. So now you can still guide it as it's coming down.
Beautiful.
There you go.
What kind of batteries? Does it rechargeable or what?
I have 3 batteries, and it comes in a little chargeable pack. So each battery can last for 20 minutes.
Oh,
so you
good.
have a total of 1
That's
hour.
really good, because a lot of drones I've seen, at least, and I haven't looked in a while, but they were
Yeah.
only like 10, 15 minutes that they would last for
and
one
it all
battery.
it of course depends on how fast you're going, what kind of maneuvers you're doing with
Right.
it. But I mean, if we're going to do it for investigations to kind of get some frontal shots of whatever place we're at, kind of fly around a little bit, see what's around us. I mean, we'll have full battery life the whole time.
That's awesome.
It's pretty neat.
Pretty cool. Hey, thanks for sharing, Will.
So we just stopped off at the gas station, and you had the privilege of using the bathrooms, correct?
I did, and I have to say, when we pulled into this gas station, it's one of these little gas stations that's literally in the middle of nowhere. It's farmland all around. It's more of a garage where they're repairing cars than it is a gas station, you know, that type of deal, a couple of pumps. So I wasn't going to use the bathroom. I had to, it was pressing. But, Will, thanks to him, he did a little bit of recon. And he went in, used the bathroom, and came out with this club with a key attached to it. And he said, hey, the bathrooms are pretty clean. So
Wow.
it was surprisingly clean.
Really?
And it's one of those ones that the doors on the outside of the place, you can unlock it. And
Oh, those are the scariest ones.
they are. They're the ones that are in the horror movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the only problem was, it's once again the only men's room in the gas station. So I had that constant anxiety that somebody was going to be there pounding on the door. And there wasn't. I had a little bit of concern at one point because the toilet looked like it was struggling to flush.
Oh.
Yep, but I saw there was a plunger nearby, so then that kind of quelled that fear right there.
Alleviated your anxiety.
It did.
That's
it
good.
did.
Wow.
But, yeah, but a little bit of an update, of course. We're driving along here, and our first investigation that we had scheduled was canceled. So a little bit of a rearrangement of the schedule here. Oh, sheets! If I only could have waited, we could have gone to that gas
That's
station,
right.
that bathroom, that food. But anyway, so we're going to go up. What we're doing tonight is we are camping. We are indeed camping at a KOA. And KOAs are pretty, if you like just a quick little campground, I mean, I wouldn't stay there for a week unless I was visiting the town. But what's cool about them is they're all over the place, and they're kind of small campgrounds. From my experience, there's not a whole lot to do there. It's not like the kind where they have hiking trails and all this other stuff. It's literally just to camp there, and they have a playground for the kids and stuff. But we found one of these because we're not going for the camping experience. We're just going to kind of stay overnight, get to hang out for a little bit, which is cool. So we're going to go up, we're going to check into our campsite and set up our camp. Then we're heading out to Walmart, where we're going to hopefully be able to leave 2 of the cars because we're meeting up with some of our newest additions to the team here. Getting some dinner at a place that Linda has yet to reveal as she comes to be our navigator when it's time to get something to eat. She's good at finding unique locations like that one. Well, what was that one called? That
Jamaican
jerk
place?
house? The jerk house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The jerk house.
Yep. So hopefully it's a little, I mean, that was a good place, but hopefully it's a different place this time. And, you know, we'll be able to get something to eat and not have to look over our shoulder. That'd be good. All right, so here we are at the KOA. And it's raining pretty good. Trying to find where we're supposed to go here. See a park office somewhere? Is that it over there? I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's raining pretty good out here.
It is.
I'm hoping that it stops. Looks like it's supposed to be clear past Roanoke by 6.
Yeah, but it might be wet setting up.
Yeah, Roanoke's about 40 minutes from here, so
Yes.
we'll see what happens. But here we are, Natural Bridge, Virginia. Check out some of these things they have in the gift shop here. Some bear walking sticks. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this is my kind of place. Look at all the camping stuff.
We have a residential investigation.
Oh, here we go. KOA Natural Bridge coffee mugs. Those look pretty nice. Look at all these. Everything is camping themed. I guess I should expect that in a camp store, but... Oh, here's an idea. A Wolf'em stick. I gotta say, that looks like it'd be pretty cool for roasting marshmallows. Looks like you turn the thing and you don't have to twist the stick by hand. I guess you're still kind of twisting it by hand because you're turning the thing, but nonetheless, pretty cool. Oh, look at these shirts.
So I have to say, I love camp stores. They've got the coolest things in here. They've got a little bit of everything. And it's one of those places where you can come in and you can find these unique little things. like string lights in the shape of RVs. Like, where else are you gonna find that except maybe Amazon? But even then, you get to look at the product and see what you're getting before you buy it. But love these places, and supposedly the rain's supposed to stop by about 5 or 6. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that we're gonna have a fairly dry night.
You guys, and it hadn't rained.
I think it rains every time. They got a pool over here too. All right. So it was, danger noodle hole.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, I'm glad my tent's not over near this thing right here. Or maybe fairies live in there.
Like in the middle.
Yeah, any way you want to face it, we can rotate it.
But it was pouring rain out here as we set up these tents. And now, as you can kind of see, it slowed down quite a bit, right? But this jacket that's supposed to last me the rest of the night is probably, it is a Craftsman jacket overall, so it's probably fairly water resistant, if not waterproof.
Mine's not.
Mine's not at all. So.
Yeah, we're pretty much so.
Man, look at these trees. Oh, everything's in bloom out here in Roanoke. Not too far from the Walmart. See these ones? And I've seen the white ones. Or the pink ones.
Yeah, the pink ones are pretty.
You're thinking of when it's not Friday or on Saturday or Sunday?
Probably Saturday.
Yeah, I got this thing right here. We're here at Lewis. Lose. And I went inside, had a chance to go check it out, and the food looks good. It smells good.
Good.
Yep. And Linda, would you introduce Mindy for us?
This is Mindy. She is our newest member.
Yeah.
And this is her first time with us.
Can't wait.
And I think she's going to work out really good. She's got a fleer, which we're kind of excited about.
Yeah, Jack had one of those last night. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, not too many people bring their own fleer. So she's,
Right.
she's got promise.
Absolutely. Perusing the menu here, I gotta say these burgers look pretty good. Hot off the grill Reubens. Those wings.
Yes. He said they're award winning. They have actually a trophy back here somewhere for their wings, and they won 3 separate awards for them. So he was really, building up the wings. And I'm not eating them, but I thought Jeff might want them.
Got the food coming out here, got the award-winning wings. Look at these things, drenched in buffalo sauce, hand-breaded with a side of blue cheese.
And they're significant wings, too. They're not just those little teeny ones that are like little piddly wings.
Yeah.
They're like actually man-sized wings.
They are
And that's
manly
what's
wings.
pretty good about that. Yeah, nice little plate. I got an avocado burger. He made fun of me for being a Fruit Loop and getting avocado on a burger, but it's actually pretty good.
That looks good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
What kind of burger did you get, Will?
Oh, Southwest.
Ah, the Southwest.
Oh, yeah.
Bacon cheeseburger with only sriracha mayonnaise.
Ah, sriracha mayonnaise. And Will, what do you got to drink there?
Yeah,
Speaking of the manly
I got
wings.
the manliest of beers. I got a strawberry shortcake lager.
That's what I'm talking about. That would go good with some of these wings right here, I think. Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna bite all the way to the toothpick.
All right, to the tooth. Just don't bite the toothpick.
No promises.
Oh, God.
Look at that. The toothpick almost went on the nose. That's pretty good. All right, Will, what do you think? That burger's upside down, I noticed. Why is that upside down?
Because it doesn't make sense to have the thickest part of the burger bun on the top. Mm-hmm. You don't build a foundation, with your sturdiest part on the top.
Right.
You build it with the foundation at the bottom. Thus, if you have a big, significant manly burger like this, you have to flip it upside down so it's got more support.
You gotta have some support.
It's got the support.
Absolutely. How's that burger, Emily?
Good.
And I saw you sneaking an obnoxious bite over there. Will, what's it taste like?
I'm Brittany.
Does it taste like Southwest?
Definitely.
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna take one of these hearty wings. This thing's still got the feather in it. Look at that. Yeah. You know it's fresh when it's still got the feather in it. And I'm gonna do a little rotisserie bite here. Look at the juice.
Nice roll there. Nice rotisserie bite roll.
That was a good win. Let's see why they're award winning.
All right, so we're out here at the location here in Roanoke, and what we're doing first is our little walkthroughs here.
Yeah, we do our baseline sweep.
Yeah, yep, and it's looking like it's going to be an interesting investigation. We got the interview here, so this is going to be an episode of the case files.
Okay.
So I'm excited to see what happens as the night progresses, and perhaps we can fill the Gas Grub and Ghost audience in on a little bit of activity that happens along the way.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Can't wait. Oh, there he goes.
There goes the light. Doesn't sound like there's a whole lot coming through.
No, it's mostly radio stations.
Right, and this is here in the master bedroom. Nothing interacting with the REM pod yet.
Maybe having the REM pod in the middle of the bed isn't the best place.
That's a good idea.
You know, because that's not where people would normally walk.
Let's put it. Where'd you get the strangest vibes at?
In
Over
this
this
room,
way?
in that, on that corner.
Let's put it maybe where somebody could walk.
Yeah.
Right over here.
Can't even see anybody anyway.
All right, you can kind of see us here. All right, so just kind of touching base on how the investigation's going so far. You all just kind of had some activity. Linda, why don't you step over to this side of me here? That way I can kind of get you both in there.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can stay in here.
Yep, a little bit of activity in there so far.
Yeah, it was when the females were in there by ourselves, and it was just kind of some lights flying around the room, but I couldn't see them with my naked eye. I could only see them through the video camera viewfinder. You know, it was just kind of a light that slowly streaked across the up near the ceiling, and that was a little strange. But we also had a voice that kept coming through the spirit box that we thought was somewhat notable because it was like this deep, grovelly, growly kind of voice. Couldn't understand what it said, but it definitely was a voice that you wouldn't normally hear on the radio.
And we think one of the words was broken, that it said, right?
Yeah, there was something, it sounded like broken. Yep. Yeah, it was very odd. Very strange voice.
All right, let's see what's going on here. Well, how's that fire going, huh? Using some outdoorsman skills. I see you're, what are you doing, rubbing sticks together?
No, so what you do is you want to coat it in alcohol. Since the alcohol is flammable, that way. When you put it in, it instantly starts burning.
So this is how you do it outdoors, ladies and gentlemen. If you're roughing it off the grid, just coat the logs in some hand sanitizer, and those things will flare right up, just like that. And as far as the logs, where do you find logs when you're out here in the wilderness? Well, none other than the camp store. And it's looking like our cot's a little drier than we expected, which is good.
Yep. Just can't seem to get the thing together.
Are they literally made out of cloth?
Yeah, they're like a thick canvas.
That was like a asylum bed.
Yeah, they are. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the moment that you've all been waiting for.
Campfire Tales from Beyond the Grave.
So we were sitting here around the campfire, and we were talking about a place that's very familiar to all of us here at VAPI, and perhaps some of you that have seen some of our previous stuff, or if any of you have, which maybe a few of you have, read my book, The Ghosts of Yorktown. A place called Crawford Road. Now this is a long stretch of road on the outskirts of Yorktown that leads into Newport News. And it's very desolate as you get towards the center of it. It's surrounded by watershed property on one side, national park property, so you can't really venture off too far. And of course, it's illegal to go up on top of the bridge. So let me just put that disclaimer out there because it is owned by the National Park Service. But this road for years has been the source of lore and legend in Yorktown. And an urban legend where a lonely bride once hung herself from this bridge. And urban legend has it. Now there's many reasons, of course, going back a little bit as to why she hung herself. Some say she was stood up at the altar. Now, actually, historically backing this, we haven't found any evidence that this actually happened, but it is kind of a cool story. So people drive to this bridge at night in hopes of seeing her spirit. And what they'll do is they're coming down Crawford Road, they'll pull under this bridge, this graffiti-covered bridge, and they'll park their car. And some have said that they've heard her feet hit the top of their car. Others, they'll turn off their car and they'll put the keys on the hood, and they'll hear her falling down, hitting the top of the car. But another anomaly that happens under this bridge is that of a dark figure that seems to come out in front of their car. And when this dark figure comes out, they try to start the car, they can't start it, and it walks off, and once again they can start their car. Well, we went down there several times, and some of the stories we haven't really shared. And one of them that I was talking about was one of my early experiences out at Crawford Road. And this was probably about 13 years ago, 12 or 13 years ago. For starters, the first time I went down this road, there was an anomaly that I couldn't explain. All three of us that were in the car saw this. We're coming up from the Yorktown side, and we drive under the bridge. And just after we get under the bridge, there's this green mist in the road. It doesn't look like the form of a person. It's not standing. It's eye level. And it comes towards the windshield as we're driving, or we come towards it. But whatever be the reason, it comes to the windshield, and whoosh, once it comes, like it's coming through the windshield almost, it disappears. It's gone. And we couldn't explain that. So ever since then, we've gone back to Crawford Road, and a lot of times without a lot happening. Well, one of our members one time told me that, look, let's go out there at 3 a.m. because I've been out there at 3 a.m. and I've seen some crazy stuff. So we did. We went out there, and coming up from the Yorktown side, we stopped the car probably about 20 meters from the bridge. And we get out and we decide we're going to walk up to the bridge. As we're walking along the road, we hear something running through the woods. And of course, my first thought is it's probably a deer. There's wildlife out here. It's something to that effect. But then we hear the strangest thing, which sounds like a little kid laughing in the woods. 3 a.m, this area is nowhere near any houses. Why is there a little kid laughing out there in the woods? It was an anomaly to us. Well, what we did is, after going back to the car, we drove through the bridge and stopped on the other side of it, kind of facing the bridge. Turned off the headlights and sat in the car and observed for a little bit. Well, when we turned off the headlights, you could see under the bridge. You could see the road going under the bridge and kind of up a little bit. This dark spot, this dark area would appear under the bridge that almost looked to me like as if the road was going up, there was a puddle of water there on the road. So we turn on the car lights to see if we can figure out what that thing is. There's nothing there. The road does not go up there where it looked like it would have been, if it was a puddle of water and the road was going up. It didn't do that. And there was no water under the bridge. Water under the bridge, right? So we turn off the lights again, and we can clearly see there's nothing there. And once again, this dark figure appears. And it didn't look like a person. It was kind of just like a dark blob, no taller than a child would have been if it was a person standing on the road. We get out, go up to the bridge. There's nothing there, nothing that could explain this. So it was an anomaly that happened at Crawford Road, and we've had quite a few that's happened since then. But the place is one of those places where certain nights you can go up there and nothing will happen. It'll feel perfectly comfortable. You can go through it with the windows down. You can stop under the bridge. Nothing. But other nights you go down there and it's just got this crazy, eerie feeling where you see that bridge coming up on this lonely stretch of road, and every fiber in your being wants you to turn around. Except for those of us who are known as ghost hunters, who keep going into this darkness to see what unknown things may linger there. I have to say, with Crawford Road, I do think there's something out there. It could be with because of many of the murders that have happened out there, and there have been some like real life murders that have happened that are documented. The bride, I've never seen her. I've never seen a trace of her. I'm not sure if that's just kind of a made-up urban legend, but they say every legend is based in truth. On certain nights, one of the things that really creeps me out about this, that would be cool if you ever seen it, and I never have, but some people have driven under the bridge, just not even out there for the urban legend, and they look in their rearview mirror and they see this glowing bride hanging from the bridge. It'd be an eerie sight to know that you just drove under this bridge and there's somebody hanging from it. Crawford Road, is it really just a legend? I don't know. I think there's more to it. So we're walking back to our site. Just went down, checked out the bathroom here. Very nice bathrooms. Got to brush my teeth, and Will got to brush his teeth. I kind of got to wipe off my shoes a little bit, because I will say one thing about these investigations, as they're hard on shoes for some reason. I don't know why, but I always end up wearing decent shoes. No, I mean, not expensive shoes, but like clean shoes, and they always end up dirty beyond repair, except for these ones. I was able to get them wiped off, and I got to highlight these, because what these are the New Balance all-terrain, right? Look at those things with the road like that. So these are some good shoes for camping, for hiking, depending on what you prefer to do. If you like to run, you can go running on trails with them and stuff like that. Pretty nice shoes. Lightweight, light canvas, but they absorb the mud pretty good. And to top it off, it poured last night. I mean, there was thunder crashing out here. The lightning was so bright that it was like somebody was just turning on a big floodlight in the tent. And the tent leaked. The tent leaked. So I think what we have to do, being that my shoes got all wet and my socks got all wet, we're gonna have to get some of that rain guard. They have this spray that you can get for your tents, and you can spray it on there, waterproofs them a little bit. But it is a very old tent, in the tent's defense. It is the Northwest Territory tent, which were only available at Kmart, okay? And over here, we got the Coleman tent. This one's fairly newer compared to the other one, but Coleman hasn't leaked yet.
Well, it's Sunday morning, and we're traveling out to try to find somewhere to eat, but I have to say the investigation last night was a really, really kind of a cool one. It was, you never know what you're going to expect when you get to these people's houses. You don't know whether you're going to find people that are in dire straits or people that are just curious to find out exactly what it is and why it's there. This lady seemed to be more toward the dire straits, and she was really upset about whatever it was. Unfortunately, sometimes it seems like people's past kind of comes back to haunt them in a sense. And that seems to be exactly what the case was here. But we're traveling right now up Route 11, and Route 11 runs parallel to Interstate 81 through the western part of Virginia, through the mountains. And I have to say, this is the first time we've ever been on this road, actually traveling it for any distance. And we were just saying, we need to leave ourselves a little bit of extra time one day and when it requires us to go down 81 and just take Route 11 instead. What do you think?
I think, well, for starters, the lady last night, I want to kind of piggyback on that. I don't know about her being in dire straits, but her neighbor was definitely in a band, because we were hearing drums, we were hearing bagpipe music, we were hearing all kinds of things coming from across the street. So it was pretty cool. And apparently he's a heck of a fiddle player, which is something I would like to have heard.
A fiddle player, really?
Yeah, he plays the fiddle.
Huh.
But Route 11, it is beautiful. In this area, if you visit Virginia, this is the area I would recommend coming to out of all of them. I mean, there's Colonial Williamsburg, there's all the history, beautiful places. But if you like the outdoors and really going back to kind of old-fashioned family vacation type thing, come to Natural Bridge. Because we were hoping, and I don't think the rain's going to let up. We'll see what happens, I guess, while we're at the Pancake House. We were hoping to make it out there to the Natural Bridge, which is a beautiful sight. It's just a breathtaking sight when you come down these steps that you take down this path along this trail that goes along a creek, and you see this amazing natural land bridge in front of you. There's a little Indian village or Native American village, depending on what your preference is. There's a little cave that someone explored a little ways in that you can see. All kinds of trails back there. They have caverns, Dixie Caverns, that are right here. They have a safari zoo. They have a dinosaur zoo. Love to see some dinosaurs.
Not dinosaur zoo. No, dinosaur park.
Dinosaur park. So
Yeah.
either way, I'd love to see some dinosaurs. But right along this part of Route 11, when we first came out, it was so tough to choose where to eat because we picked the Lexington Pancake House based on good reviews and a place we'd never been. But right when you come out of the campground there, the KOA is at the center of all this. There's a pink Cadillac diner. It had an old, like 1955 pink Cadillac parked out in front of it, and the diner was all pink. There was this cider place that made like an orchard that made apple cider, and it was a little log cabin type place. And there's all these types of things around here that are just neat for like the family to visit, to stop and see. And it makes me wonder, even now we're coming up on what you don't see very much, a wayside picnic area where you can pull over.
Yeah,
There's a
that's
couple
weird.
picnic tables along a creek. There's an old creepy road that I'd like to
that's a creepy road.
kind of walk down.
Yeah.
But what the camera doesn't show, huh?
Yeah.
That's what Route 11 is at this point. And I'd love to take it further and see what it is, what else is along it, because it is a very old route that parallels 81 and predates 81, I believe.
Yes.
81 and 11. 11, I believe, was an old colonial road, which probably goes back to
And Native Americans. It's
an
probably
Indian,
a Native American trail.
And then also 81 was the same deal, though. 81 was also started out with being an Indian trail, from, if I'm remembering correctly, from doing a little bit of research on it. So but 11, it's like the difference between taking whatever the major route is that goes across the country. I can't think of what it is. And to me, it's like the difference between taking that interstate all the way over and taking Route 66. One of them is more, it's got a more old feel to it. It's got sights that you can see along the way.
Yeah.
81, you see the mountains and such, but you got to take an exit to stop. You can't just pull over like here. If we wanted to pull into Ham's Bacon,
Yeah.
which looks like a garage.
Or Dirty Dog Depot that we just passed.
Oh,
whatever that is. I'm not
yeah.
exactly sure what that is.
You're not
but-
seeing that along these modern day interstates. So there's something I read a while back, I forget what it was, but it was challenging people to just go off take the next exit. You know, what are the side roads of America? And if you travel those side roads, there's so many things to be discovered if you just find routes to take that are not on the main interstate.
Right, and it only takes a little bit of extra time by which to do so. If you actually look at the maps and plan it out, you'll discover that it really doesn't take a whole lot longer. And it's so much more enjoyable. You can't really fall asleep nearly as easily at the wheel doing, back road driving as opposed to the interstate driving. And with all the sights that I've seen so far, just in the past couple of miles of being down here, being into photography like I am, I could take a day and maybe a couple of days and just travel this road and take photographs of all of the weird and interesting little things. Like this guy had this big metal rack in his backyard just now, and it's like all these folding chairs, these metal folding chairs hanging all over this rack. Like, who the hell has that? Ooh, look at
There's
those old
another
cars.
old 48. Looks like a 48.
Wow.
Yeah. Coupe.
Yeah.
So it's
All
the
kinds of
place where they
things to
still have
see.
these old barns with the old cars parked out in front of them that have probably been parked there since the 50s.
I know, it's amazing. Like the stuff you can see out here, and I would come and live along Route 11, definitely. From what I've seen so far, I think this would be a really cool place to live, because wherever you have to go to get to, like, you know, a McDonald's or get to a Walmart or to get to work, you're traveling along Route 11 with all these cool things around you, all these sights.
That's right. It's really cool. So we're looking forward to getting up here,
Getting some grub in our bellies.
taking in the scenery, and checking out this Lexington Pancake House.
Yes.
So the Lexington Pancake House is actually in the back of a cookout. A little bit of a struggle trying to find it. We actually had to call them because the destination, it says turn in to this parking lot. All that's here is a cookout.
Yeah.
They're literally in the back.
It was. Kind of in its hidden little building that attaches to the side, but you can't see it till you go around the back. So, doesn't look like maybe it's been here that long. All they've got is a couple banners hanging up for signage. There's certainly nothing on the street that indicates that it's here. So if you want to come here, look for the cookout, go around the back of the cookout, and you'll see this little opening.
But if they can do business behind cookout,
They gotta be
on point. Let's go check out that whatever was in the picture. Right inside the door here,
Yeah.
right?
Handmade soaps.
Handmade soaps.
Moonlace soaps is what they're called. They have such, apple cobbler, pumpkin butter bar, pumpkin pecan waffle, and whatever this is. Ooh, spiced apple bourbon sounds good.
Man,
That sounds
kind
really
of want
good.
to eat that soap.
I know, I like handmade soap, so yeah. I imagine they probably have a Facebook page, so if you want to look them up, you know, go buy a bar of butter, or a butter bar.
Yeah.
Let us know how to...
Pretty interesting location here, wouldn't you say? What do you say, Emily?
It looks pretty good in here.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what were you about to say? It kind of looks like a...
You know when you go to a funeral, they have, like, you know, everyone eats afterwards? It's kind of like one of those rooms.
Like the entrance of a funeral, that's
Yeah.
true.
It's like a funeral, what do they call it? Like a funeral reception or something like that? So we're perusing the menu here at the Lexington Pancake House, and I gotta say, these prices are very reasonable. Look at this. What were we looking at, Linda?
We were looking at the country breakfast. It comes with a country fried steak, topped with sausage gravy. It comes with 2 eggs, but then it also includes breakfast potatoes, grits, or baked apples.
Yes, and I could go for some breakfast potatoes, and you can add a side of small pancakes for $2.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm gonna do that.
That sounds good. So I think what I'm gonna get is one of the good morning platters. And because they give you a little bit of everything, basically. You can get the 2-egg breakfast, but it comes with the side here. You can add a side of small pancakes for $2. I overheard one of the girls over there saying that you could get the little, like, small pancakes, like little baby pancakes. So I think that's what I'm gonna go for.
Yeah. And I have to highlight over here something that's pretty neat, is the cheesecake pancakes. And I wonder if we can get the cheesecake pancakes on the side. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, that would be good.
And that's a pretty genius idea to mix the two.
It is. Yeah, it serves with graham crackers.
And we have to highlight one more thing. Look at this. Smoked prime rib and hash eggs. Locally famous from the Pink Cadillac Diner. We talked about stopping there.
We did talk about stopping there. They didn't have as many cars in the parking lot, and it looked a little more, I don't know, a little more sketchy than this place does. Well, until we got to see the back of this place and see where it was located, then this place looked more sketchy, but once you get inside, it's nice.
Yeah. Right, just like the old funeral reception.
That's what it feels like.
All right. So the breakfast has arrived, and let's take a look at what you got here. What was this?
This is, look at that biscuit. You can tell
quite
that's
a
a homemade biscuit. And then that's their hash browns version potatoes.
Those look amazing.
Scrambled eggs with cheese. Ooh, that looks amazing.
I like the looks
The
of those
sausage,
sausages,
the sausage
too.
does
They're
look
thick
really
ones.
good. Yep, and nice
good
3 little
stuff.
small pancakes. Perfect.
Yeah, little pancakes. And then the country breakfast. Oh yeah. Can't wait to tear into this thing. I got country fried steak. Oh,
Figure out
and
what
some
we're doing
little
with this.
pancakes on the side. Well, what do you got there? You got the...
Could you take the creamers just to get some like?
So I don't drink them
Thank
all.
you.
That's why she's giving it to you. What do you got there? Well, is that the pink Cadillac Classic?
Oh yeah, the prime rib
That's what the prime rib looks like. Look at that.
looks
That
good.
looks pretty good. You know what that makes me want to do is go to the pink Cadillac.
No.
Well, which one did you get, Emily?
Every time, Grub.
I've timed this every time, like for the past, at least the past two, like right after you take the
I
bite.
have some potatoes, bacon, toast, eggs, and pancakes.
That looks like some hearty toast too, I gotta say.
That looks amazing.
Yes, it does.
And you can see I already sampled a little bit of his sausage gravy because sausage gravy was something that I got a lot as a kid, but I don't ever get it anymore. And it's like my favorite thing in the world. I
Right.
love sausage gravy. Very, very fattening. You know, probably better that I don't get it more often, but
Right.
it's extremely good.
So how are the hash browns?
They're pretty good. I think they could use a little bit of salt and pepper, I'm thinking. Good flavor, though.
And how about the pink Cadillac Classic? Well, have you sampled that yet?
Oh yeah, I tried the prime rib.
And how is this?
It's pretty good.
All right.
Nice and tender.
Looks good.
Let's get a reaction video from this country fried steak here. First, while my palates are still clean, I'm gonna take a little bite of this biscuit. Look at this thing, man. That's a good biscuit. Look at this, so picturesque. I don't even want to cut into it.
I know.
Oh man, look at that. Let's take a look inside there.
Section there.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
There it is.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, now we're talking. Put that in your
That's an obnoxious bite.
I don't think that was enough.
It wasn't. He doesn't have white gravy on his beard, so it's definitely not
That's
obnoxious
true.
enough.
But what I would do is if they brought me some extra gravy, I'd use it for a chaser, you know?
Oh yeah. I dumped my biscuit in it.
I could always do it with the syrup.
That's true.
So we're heading back here on 64 East after quite an eventful weekend, I must say. Now, before we get into summing up here, I have to highlight something that happened here. I happened by a 7-Eleven in Harrisonburg and found this. Pumpkin spice, and what is it? Sweet potato?
Pumpkin spice sweet potato chocolate bar.
Pumpkin spice sweet potato chocolate bar from 7-Eleven Select. Now, feeling by the dust on the wrapper and such, it feels like this has probably been on the shelf since Halloween.
Probably.
Because I'm not thinking pumpkin spice is something that they would sell year round.
No.
But nonetheless, we're going to take a little bite of this here. That's kind of what the texture of the bar looks like. And we'll see how it is.
Definitely smells like pumpkin spice.
I wasn't sure about the sweet potato, but this is surprisingly good. It tastes like somebody took Halloween, melted it down into chocolate, and formed it into this candy bar right here. That's what it tastes like. Makes me miss fall, I gotta say.
Yeah.
But share your thoughts on the weekend.
Well, I mean, I think, like you said, it was a really good one. It was eventful, and it was kind of cool to be able to get out. It's been a while since we've been out venturing out on long distance, road trips and things. So, kind of a cool experience. Some good investigations this weekend. The first that was in Portsmouth was particularly interesting. And, of course, the one last night was interesting in a completely different way. But I'm looking forward to getting out and venturing again. We have some good things coming up pretty soon here. A couple of really cool investigations, returning to a couple of places that we've been in the past, but maybe trying some different things this time. And I think that's really something to look forward to.
Absolutely. Now, these investigations will be available on episodes of the Virginia Paranormal Case Files coming in the next couple weeks here.
Yes.
We're looking forward to some new expeditions. Linda kind of mentioned we've got some
Absolutely.
cool things coming up. Perhaps back out to Hidden Valley.
Yeah.
We're seeing a Dogman expedition in the near future, and a weekend at a little cabin that's a 3-mile hike, moderate hike, to
Yes.
get to, where Bigfoot seems to lurk in the shadows.
Yeah.
So that's coming up. Another thing, merchandise. Okay, a lot of people have been asking. We do have these masks available. They're made by a friend of ours up in Delaware who makes the masks and sells them. I believe it's on Etsy, and that link should be on our site, or if not, I'll post it on the video here.
Mm-hmm.
But also, we're looking at having some shirts available pretty soon. Some of the VAPI shirts, like we wear on the investigations.
Right.
So that's exciting, as we'll have those available in the near future. So definitely check that out. And if you ever happen to be down Yorktown way, come out, take a tour, Yorktown Ghost Walks. Check out the site, yorktownghostwalks.com, and it'll most likely be one of us that gives the tour.
Yes.
Because we don't have any employees. So
Right.
we'll hope to see you out there over the summer as it's getting warmer and getting nicer, and some of the restrictions are being lifted out of congregations and such.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that'll be good. But I want to thank you all for joining us on this adventure, and I hope everyone has a good week. And tune in next time, where there's much more to see in the dark.